What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a very special edition of the Seibelmania Friends Podcast. I am Seibelmania. You guys are my friends, and today I got a very special friend joining me. This friend has been a long time requested friend to join us on the Seibelmania Friends Podcast. He's finally here, Mr. Jay Hinchey. Jay, what's up, buddy?
Not much. How about you, Christian?
Hey, I'm just relaxing.
Yeah.
After that Money in the Bank, or after that Money in the Bank, after that SummerSlam pay-per-view, I'm a little worn out, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand it sometimes. I don't mind going long sometimes, but sometimes it's okay if they go a little bit long.
Yeah, well, especially if it's like one of the big 4 pay-per-views, you can understand that. Big 4 pay-per-views.
Yeah, I don't mind going long for SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, but if they go long for like TLC maybe, then yeah, it's time to cut it off then a little bit.
Yeah, but the good news is that a lot of the matches tonight were really, 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 really good. But before we get into the night show, Jay, I wanted to talk about something that happened last night on AEW Rampage. CM Punk returned. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean,
before
I've had my thoughts on CM Punk, for the past 7 years since you left WWE.
Before you give that information, this is why you were highly requested, because you're going to say a lot of things that a lot of people will disagree with. You're going to bring a lot of controversy to this channel.
Oh, I understand that. I do that every day, I think.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to answer, top of my head here. I mean, obviously he's still a big name.
Yes.
He still garners, that reaction, which we saw last night in Chicago.
Yes, that was a big reaction.
Yeah, as soon as Cult of Personality hit, I mean, you knew that reaction was going to melt that building there.
Oh yeah. Well, can I tell you what I expected when that happened?
Yeah, go ahead.
As soon as I heard that theme hit, I said, "Oh no, it's MJF."
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
That would have been fantastic. That
Can you imagine the heel heat in that building there?
Oh my God! You can say, "What? You guys were expecting somebody else?"
Oh yeah, you got me instead.
You got me instead.
Sorry, guys.
I'm better than the best in the world, and you know it.
Yeah, then maybe Punk comes out and kicks his ass or something.
Yeah. That was the one thing that I wish he would have done, was get involved physically somehow.
Well, maybe they're holding off until their next pay-per-view, too, in a couple of weeks here.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I kind of got goosebumps when I saw him. I kind of marked out a little bit, as they say. I was excited to see Punk. I'm a CM Punk mark. I didn't like the way he left WWE in 2014. I thought that was very unprofessional. But
same here.
Yeah, I didn't like how that happened. At the same time, WWE did a lot of things to him that was unprofessional, and I could see why he was frustrated. But there's ways to go about that situation, and he didn't do it the right way, in my opinion. Anyway, now that we've got CM Punk out the way, let's talk about why we're really here, Jay. SummerSlam was tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And it took place in Vegas, which is a great place for a wrestling pay-per-view to take place, especially if they're going to run all night, which this one pretty much did. And it took place at the Allegiant Stadium, and 51,326 people showed up. 51,000 people in the middle of a pandemic.
Very impressive number.
That is a very, very impressive number. I believe they sold out the stadium. I could be wrong.
It looked pretty cool to me.
Yeah. let's get some of these results. On the pre-show, which I did not watch, I'll be honest, again, I'll be honest, I took a nap this afternoon, and I woke up right in the middle of the RK Bro Styles Almost Raw Tag Title match, so I didn't see the pre-show. But Big E defeated Baron Corbin. Did you get to see that one?
Yeah, I saw it on the YouTube channel.
Was it any good, or was it just
solid match? Yeah. I figured Big E would win to get his briefcase back.
Yeah, I wish they did more stuff with Baron in Vegas. I wish they did more like segments with that, more skits.
Yeah, that would have been pretty fun.
That would have been really funny. They had an opportunity and they missed out on that. I really wish they would have capitalized more on that.
Maybe they filmed something and we'll just see it later.
Yeah, like maybe on SmackDown. Yeah,
probably Friday.
RK Bro defeated AJ Styles and Omos. I love RK Bro. I love this team. I'm all for this one.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. RK Bro, they're the champions, and you know what? Let them have a good, solid reign with them.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then everybody's going to expect Orton to turn on Riddle, so why not flip the script and have Riddle turn on Orton?
It's possible if they want to go down that road at some point.
Yeah. Say, like, you didn't want me at first, but now that we're successful, now you want me? No.
Randy, come on.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the skits they do. The Riddle just that sounded like a kid sometimes,
And some of the stuff that he says is just so off the wall. My dad left for America and he never came back.
Randy, where were you?
And he never gave an answer.
Yeah, he never did he?
Yeah, no, he didn't. We still don't know what happened to Randy Orton.
Well,
one of those mysteries in life. Alexa
they're also doing
Bliss.
a segment on Monday. Did you hear that?
What up?
They're doing a segment Monday night in San Diego. Did you hear about that?
Oh, are they? Okay.
Backstage later on.
I'm sure. Maybe we'll find out on Monday what they did. Alexa Bliss defeated Eva Marie. I skipped this one because I just can't fucking deal with that doll. I know we'll defend it. I won't.
Oh, well, yeah, I understand. A short match. I mean, they got it out of the way early, so.
Yeah, that was nice. At least, and they kept it short, so,
Yeah, short and sweet to the point.
Yeah, and Alexa Bliss won, the babyface won here. So, I mean, it's all good, I guess.
Looks like Piper Niven turned on Eva, too, and walked out on her, too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, so I guess Dewdrop is now a babyface.
I think she's been one anyway, but they've just been kind of teasing it.
Yeah, it's official now. There. Does Eva get somebody else to do her dirty work now? Like Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler?
I could see it, yeah. Maybe Nia.
Yeah. Well, I could see Shayna because she has history with it all, too.
That's true.
God, that's a sentence I never thought I would say.
Well, hopefully Shayna's going to move on to something else, too, eventually.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Damian Priest, actually, I think it should be noted that before we go any further, I predicted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe 6, 7, 8 matches correctly.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Hang on, let me just make sure I got that correct.
I think the only match I missed was because I picked John Cena to win, and then I didn't expect Becky. Well, we'll get to it in a minute, but SmackDown title match too.
Yeah, I think I was undefeated. I actually was undefeated. Holy crap! Except for that SmackDown Women's title match, which we'll get to. That you couldn't be right in that match. Continuing things here, Damian Priest defeated Sheamus for the United States Championship.
Damian Priest.
Yeah, Damian Priest finally gets a championship on the main roster. And it's funny because people have been saying, well, the NXT guys get buried. Well.
Oh, I know. I get so tired of hearing that.
Yeah. People throw around wrestling terms like they truly know what it means, and they don't.
They don't push the NXT guys ever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like no, they do. They're not gonna push them all the way to the moon right away.
Yeah. Thank you. You
know what I mean? It's like you gotta have patience, and that's coming from me and Jay. You know, I'm extremely impatient. For fuck's sake, I want Roman to drop the title already, and he's like one of the best things about wrestling.
Exactly, I agree.
I mean, that's how impatient I am. I'm just done with his title reign. Same with Lashley. The Usos defeated the Mysterios to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Yeah, very good match as well.
Yeah, it was good. I like the finish. That super kick. That ending double team super kick looked brutal. That looked more brutal than the Young Bucks super kicks. It did because I
agree totally.
They didn't come from like the front. They came from the side.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a little while too. I know.
Yeah, I like that. That was brutal, and they get another dominant victory over the Mysterios, and they win they retain their belts. The SmackDown Women's Championship, Bianca Bel-Air versus Sasha Banks did not go on as planned. Sasha Banks is out. I don't know why Sasha Banks is out. Jay, what are your speculations? I know you don't know either, but what are your speculations?
Well, hopefully it's not COVID related. But I'm thinking it could be some kind of injury she sustained maybe in the lead up on one of the SmackDowns with Bianca, one of their brawls maybe. Maybe she pulled something. I don't know.
I guess that might be possible. I hope it's not COVID. I hope it's not something serious. I hope everything's okay. I know she has a brother who has like autism or something.
I don't know.
Maybe it has something. Huh?
I was just saying I have heard that about her brother too.
Yeah. We're not insulting the man either. We're just saying, he has autism. We're not saying he's anything bad, but maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know. It's speculation on my part, so don't put anything. I'm not Dave Meltzer. I'm not saying anything that is a fact. Oh, Jay, I got you on this show, man. We're gonna talk about some things.
Okay.
So just so you know, there's a reason you were the most wanted guest on this show for a while, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So anyway, the Bianca. It ended up being Carmella versus Bianca Belair, but that didn't even happen because we got a big return tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You've been wanting her. You've been chanting her name. You've been begging for her. And the man is back. Becky Lynch came back tonight, beat up Carmella, and then challenged Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title and beat her in 27 seconds. Yeah.
It was a pretty shocking finish to Becky coming back, but I'm glad she's back. They seem to be maybe teasing a heel turn now with Bianca, maybe going into the fall here.
That would be interesting. And then a heel Bianca Belair versus a babyface Becky Lynch.
Possible.
Yeah, I could see it. I like that idea. Bianca's been really good as a babyface, but I think she'd be even better as a heel.
She was good on NXT as a heel.
Oh, yeah, she was great on NXT as a heel. She should have had a run with the NXT Women's Championship. It's a crime that they didn't give that to her.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me, too. She didn't win it down there.
Yeah. But like I said, Becky Lynch is back. The match was 27 seconds. It wasn't much of anything because it's only 27 seconds. It was a handshake, a deck to the face, and then a finisher, and that was the match. Short, sweet, to the point. Becky Lynch is your new SmackDown Women's Champion. This next match, I skipped because I just don't give a shit about it. Drew McIntyre defeated Jinder Mahal. I didn't care about this one.
Well, I like Drew, so I got to watch him anyway, no matter who he's taking on.
Yeah, I like Drew also, but I mean, come on.
I'm glad he won. Closed out the feud, and
I hope it closed out the feud. Yeah.
Something else too.
I like to see him maybe go on and have a feud with. I don't know who he'd feud with. Not Lashley.
Yeah, give him some more time on that.
Yeah. I don't know who I would have Drew face. Who would you have Drew feud with on Raw? Who is the heel that you see him feuding with? Miz? Morrison?
Maybe Karrion Kross.
Oh, there you go.
So I think Kross is going to drop the NXT title tomorrow night. Then
unfortunately, I won't be able to watch NXT tomorrow night because I won't be home.
That's right. You'll be at the show in Denver.
Facts. Yes, I will. By the way, in the main event, which we'll get to, I love those Denver shout-outs. I don't know if you caught those, but...
Oh, yeah, I did catch that. I think from Michael Cole or Pat McAfee during the...
Well, they said it, but Roman also said it. He said... Roman he was taunting the crowd. He was taunting the crowd. He said, "This is too easy. I might as well be in Denver right now." I caught that.
That was good. Yep.
And so
that was a good line.
What's up?
I was saying that was a good line.
Yeah, I love those Denver references, man. I'll be at that show tomorrow. He's actually defending the Universal title against the Mysterios in a handicap match.
Okay, that should be interesting.
It should be, yeah. Dustin, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Hey, welcome to the podcast, Dustin J. Dustin.
Hey, Dustin, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hey, we were just covering SummerSlam, and we're all the way down to the 8th match of the night, which was Charlotte Flair defeating Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley by submission. Jay, you already know how I feel about Nikki Ash, man. You already know I didn't care for this gimmick, bro.
I know, but I thought but I thought all three of them worked hard too, though.
Yeah, they did. They had a great match. They had a great match. I'm glad Charlotte's the champion. She is a superstar.
Yeah, sometimes I do have Charlotte fatigue, but I mean, but she's unbeaten at SummerSlam, so. Yeah, this was fine, I guess.
It was cool. And Nikki Ash can still be the superhero gimmick. She can say, I almost won last night, or I almost won at SummerSlam. I almost won. And
almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. But almost doesn't count.
I think all three of them did pretty stellar. I think the two that lost, I don't think it hurt them any by losing.
No,
it didn't.
Not like we'll wait till those matches come up.
are you talking about Becky Lynch and Bianca Bel-Air?
That's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. It wasn't much anything special. I was a little upset that match only went 27 seconds.
It was a joke.
It was. I know they were trying to get Becky over and everything, but come on, 27 seconds?
Yeah, I mean she was already over. There was no sense in that.
No.
Well, it reminded me, though, of the first SummerSlam with Honky Tonk Man and the Ultimate Warrior, though.
Yeah, okay, but come on. That's a pretty deep cut callback.
That's just kind of the dig I got. I mean, as an old school fan, too, I kind of appreciate those callbacks, too.
Mm-hmm. In the 9th match of the night, Edge defeated Seth Rollins by submission. I love the Brood references.
Oh, so did I. That was a great match, too.
Yeah, that was a solid match. No complaints whatsoever on that one.
Excuse me, I swallowed the soda wrong. Anyway, I like that Brood references. And like I said, he won by submission. I'm guessing he won with the Educator, or the Education, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Educator was that modified sharpshooter that he used.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. I just swallowed some soda the wrong way.
That's what you call it.
I'm sorry?
If that's what you call it.
Yeah. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. In the 10th match of the night, Bobby Lashley. This is the other match I'm guessing you're talking about, Dustin. Bobby Lashley defeated Goldberg via referee stoppage. This was a bullshit match. Jay, even you have to admit it, dude. This was a bullshit match.
Yeah, man, I wasn't high on it.
Nah.
My question is, okay, I understand they're trying to build up Lashley to be this almighty, and it's fine. He works it, but what in the hell was that?
Bullshit. That's what it was.
Like, again, that was another match that was just absolutely pointless.
Yeah. I think the difference between that match and the Becky Lynch Bianca Bel-Air match is the Bianca Belair Becky Lynch match wasn't pointless. It was to bring back Becky Lynch. That was the goal of that match.
Yeah, but you didn't have to sacrifice Bianca Belair like that. There's no way that's no.
No, but I'm just telling you that's what that point was. Whereas this match, I think the point of this match was to get Goldberg's son more involved.
To what? To get
yeah, maybe
blacked out in 13 seconons?
Yes.
I mean, who
would
would
actually
believe
beat up a kid? That's
Lashley would be able to take his kid like that? I mean, you gotta think about it. You're taking a high school sophomore kid and choking his theoretically choking his ass out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not supporting it. I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. To me, it does nothing to. Oh, okay, so cool. I mean, it would be different if he did that to Goldberg, but to absolutely do it to. I mean, the only person that he made look even sillier than that was Kofi Kingston.
Oh God. Oh, that was just an absolute squash.
Actually, I thought the Kofi squash was a lot more effective than this one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. Effective, yeah. But, hey, was Goldberg actually really injured, or was that just, like, story?
I think it's just part of the story.
Yeah, I've never seen him throw up the Doom X or whatever.
Okay. Well, okay, so it was
just part of the match, I think.
That's a weak way to make Goldberg look.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you do that to Goldberg?
You're 60 years old. How many times can you have your leg bounced off of the turn post?
That's a good point. And excuse me, that's a good point. But I'm not going to say you won't see that in AEW, but yeah. So Bobby Lashley via Goldberg via referee stoppage. Referee stoppage, that's just a weak way to end a match, in my opinion.
Well, not if they choke him out or whatever. That's effective, I think.
Yeah, Goldberg didn't get choked out. He just.
Well, no, he didn't. I'm just talking about in general. If they do like rest stoppages, if they choke him out or whatever during a submission.
Yeah, and then in the final match of the night, Roman Reigns defeated John Cena to retain the Universal Championship. I love this match.
What a match.
Dustin, I got a question for you. Did you catch all the Denver references in this match?
Yes.
I love that, because I'll be there tomorrow. So I love when Roman said, hey, this match is too easy. I might as well be in Denver. I just chuckled at that. I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
I guess I'm going to be the odd man out. That match was terrible.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Just, I'm trying to see the point here, okay? I just, maybe you two can help me see the point, but the point is duller than shit with that match.
Okay.
What was the point? I mean, that was a squash.
Not quite. I mean,
no.
Cena got a pretty good amount of offense in, I thought.
Yeah. It made John Cena look just as good.
Yeah, it did.
Well, I mean, he had a few bursts of offense, but it was.
I think
John Cena looked weak.
Well, I think the point of the match was to make Roman look strong as possible.
Right.
And I don't know about y'all, but I was distracted by John Cena's bald spot. But
I didn't notice that, but
He kept brushing his hair back to cover it up.
yeah. I didn't notice it at first, and then once I saw him brushing it back, I'm like, what is he doing? Oh.
Well, that happens to the best of us, I guess.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen to me.
I mean, I guess it could have been worse, but I couldn't get into that one.
It could have been. It could have been worse. It could have been Lashley versus Goldberg.
And then again, here's where I come into it with shitting on everything: is how many times can somebody seriously put a finisher out there? Like, do finishers even matter anymore?
No.
Well, yes and no.
I mean, hell, how many times did he Superman punch him?
I've made this point before. Finishers get used way too much, and it's not even a finisher. It just gets used as a regular move now.
Yeah, it's a glorified fireman's carry.
Yeah. But Cena did it in a different way tonight. He did it from the top rope.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the finish, too.
Yeah, I thought that was too.
But I think they do a lot of disservices to their finishers. I mean, I guess that's the old school in me that, that's a finisher finishes. That's it.
Well, I mean, look at the DDT.
But to be fair here,
Yeah.
it's not just a WWE thing, though. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They do it everywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking on just WWE. That's in
I know.
general, all wrestling. It's just that.
It's just in
To the
general.
point now when somebody hits a finisher, like, okay, well, this, whatever. It's just another move now. When used to, you'd see a finisher, you're like, oh my God, this is it.
That's it. The Stone Cold Stunner. When you saw that stunner, that was it.
Not always, but most of the time, though.
Okay. Tombstone.
I was just going to...
Well, the same thing. They ended up watering that thing down.
Yeah. And they do so many different variations of it now that people kick out of every single variation of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the argument, too, but sometimes it doesn't take away from the match. For me, personally, that's just me, though. But there does come a point, though, where it's like, okay, let's wrap it up here, guys.
Yeah. That's how I felt about this pay-per-view. I'm like, okay, let's... when we did that Miz and Morrison segment, I'm like, okay, come on.
That was entertaining.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, but at the same time, it happened at like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, we still have an hour left to the show with 2 matches.
About that, but the whole Razor Ramon from Xavier Woods, that was classic. That was
funny.
That was enjoyable as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woods is an old school guy, too.
Yeah.
Because he wants to win King of the Ring, too. I don't know if you've heard that story.
Who does?
Xavier Woods wants to win King of the Ring.
I could see... I liked his hairstyle tonight, but...
Yeah, Scott Hall.
I'm gonna keep it honest here. I don't see Xavier Woods as a top level talent that could win a King of the Ring. He's a good tag team guy. He's a good mid card guy. King of the Ring, I don't see it.
I could see him squeezing out a squeeze victory.
A couple of wins, yeah.
Yeah, I could see him winning the King of the Ring as a no pun intended, a dark horse.
Right.
I could see him, just coming out of nowhere. You're like, oh, well, shit, there's Xavier Woods as the King of the Ring now.
So Big E, but then that make Big E have the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yep. Xavier has the King of the Ring. What does Kofi have?
Well, nothing at the moment.
Yeah, right. I mean, what else? I mean, he's reached the pinnacle. I mean, what else could it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's time for the other two to get there, Rob. No pun intended.
I mean, I'm seriously pulling for Big E to. I mean, I was sitting there holding my breath, hoping that Big E would cash in tonight. And
and that actually was the thing I wanted to bring up next. But go ahead.
I think Big E's far past his time to be champion.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He should have been champion a long time ago. He should be a top star now.
Yeah, I agree.
After the Universal title match, Brock Lesnar made his big return. I knew something was going to happen after that match. I just didn't know what. I figured maybe Big E might cash in. But it was cool to hear that pop for Brock Lesnar.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking when Brock Lesnar came out. I mean, I marked out a little bit. I may be a Brock Lesnar fanboy, but I kind of figured he was going to get his hands and get his hooks in on
I wanted that.
Roman Reigns and leave him laid out, and then here comes Big E. But
I wanted that. Jay, you can vouch for this because I was in a private chat with Jay and some other friends, and I said, why didn't they throw hands with each other? I wanted to see that.
Well, you got to build it up a little bit.
Yeah, and at the same time that I'm a Brock Lesnar fanboy, I'm also going to make fun of his looks. Like, I don't think anybody can look more like an ape than he does.
Dude, he looks like Mrs. Trunchbull from from
Yes.
Matilda. You remember that movie, Jay?
Yes, like he came out. Matilda.
Matilda. It was about that little girl that had those magic powers.
I mean, when he came out, I said that was the first thing I said. I was like, "Damn, look, it's a Planet of the Apes Viking style."
Bro, he actually, you know what he looks like? He looks like Donald Trump when Trump had his hair in a ponytail.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, a lot of us did, for the better.
Right.
This was a pretty enjoyable show, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Now, was there? Of course, I didn't really catch a lot of the dirt sheets. I mean, I heard some of the rumors that Becky Lynch might be showing up, but did anybody hear of any Brock Lesnar appearance?
Actually, no, I did not. I didn't hear anything about Becky Lynch either, really.
I heard a little bit of rumbling the last couple of days, but like the Brock Lesnar thing, the Brock Lesnar thing just caught me off guard, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
It caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, I think it did.
I think I heard something like Brock signing with AEW, or he's close to signing a deal with AEW. I heard that somewhere in a dirt sheet. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's not going there.
No.
Brock would keep him alive.
And that's the thing I wanted to talk about with Jay. Jay, you and I, we disagree on a lot of things, but one thing we agree on is that dirt sheets are just bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, let me ask you guys this then. The Brock Lesnar thing, like, do you think that was planned like a while, or was that kind of like a last minute, hey, Brock? I kind of felt like it might have been a last minute type deal.
It could have been.
It could have been a last minute thing, especially when you talk about the reaction CM Punk got last night. They wanted to get their own sort of pop like that. Now, by the way, I want to say something. Somebody, Jay, in our chat, I don't know if it was you or if it was Robert, but somebody said that pop was just as good, if not better, than CM Punk's pop last night. I gotta disagree there. It wasn't.
Which one, Brock or Becky?
Either. Brock. I think he said it was Brock.
I would say the Brock Lesnar one was really sold by Michael Cole. Like, he blew his voice out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I could tell his voice was starting to go.
Mm-hmm. Whereas last night, CM Punk, the commentators didn't have to oversell it. They just let the crowd erupt. And that was more of an organic thing. By the way, I don't know if you guys listened to CM Punk's media call last night after his AEW debut, but one of the people that called in to ask him a question asked him which pop was more special to you, the pop that you got tonight or the pop you got at Money in the Bank 2011, where you took the title and you ran out through the crowd or whatever. And CM Punk answered the pop that he got last night. And he said it was because it was more organic than the one from Money in the Bank 2011.
Yeah, I think I saw the transcript earlier today.
The what?
I could think possibly, but at the same time, I still think that CM Punk harbors a lot of ill will towards WWE too.
Yeah, a lot of those AEW.
So I don't think he would give a fair assessment on that himself. I mean, I think it would be he's going to give AEW the rub 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
that's what I think too.
And the thing is that he is so quick to call out AEW for what they, or not AEW, for W. He's so quick to call out WWE for what they did to him and how they, mistreated him and all that crap. But nobody's gonna call out the fact that Punk left in not the best way.
Yeah,
it's kind of hypocritical. Like you can say that WWE didn't treat him well and everything like that, and they gave him a title run for a year plus. I mean, that's pretty good in my opinion.
Very good.
That's very good in my opinion. And they gave him all this stuff. They gave him his T-shirt. They gave him all this stuff, and they gave him his ice cream bars.
The ice cream bars, though.
Yeah. Well,
did they actually give him the ice cream bar?
I think they did for like a week.
Yeah, at least for like a couple of weeks, I remember. I think.
Yeah, I remember they did it for like. I remember at least they did it for a week. So they did the ice cream bar for a second there, but come on, it's ice cream bars, dude. It's ice cream bars.
But at the same time, though, I mean, it sells.
But they gave him everything. But my point is, they gave him everything that he pretty much asked for, and he still decided one day, I'm not going to show up to work. Now, if I have a job,
blame him.
Huh?
I don't blame him.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's the conversation. So
I'm just full disclosure. I am a CM Punk loyalist and apologist. So,
okay. Well, here's my stance: is if I have a job, right? If I have a job, I can't just decide one day I'm unhappy. I'm not going to go to work anymore. I mean, I could, but I can't expect them to not fire me.
Well, it depends.
It depends on what?
How valuable you are. And at that point, CM Punk, he was the top draw.
CM Punk was the top draw.
At that point in moment, yeah.
In January of 2014, CM Punk was a top draw. I would say he was an upper mid card guy. I wouldn't say he was top draw. Top draw at that time was.
I'd argue Daniel Bryan was kind of surpassed him by that point.
Yeah.
Well, okay. When I say he's the top draw, I'm not saying that he was the only draw.
Well,
but there was very few that could pull the numbers that he could. Okay. I mean, look back at his UFC, his 2 fights in UFC, which were arguably the worst fights ever. He still moved the pay-per-view needles tremendously.
He was feeding with
whether people wanted to see him get beat up or people wanted to see him win. It was you put his name on there, boom, that's an instant sell.
He was feuding with guys like Kane, okay? And no disrespect to Kane. Kane's a legend and everything like that. But Kane was not main event level caliber. He was upper mid-card caliber, sure. But that's where CM Punk was. He was on that same level with Kane there at that time. So when he left, I would argue and say he was not a main event level talent.
He was also feuding with the Shield, too, if you remember.
Yeah, and the Shield was still up and coming. They weren't exactly main event talent yet.
Yeah, but they were getting there.
They were. CM Punk was helping them get elevated.
You guys just hate CM Punk. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I've got my feelings on the guy, too. But
well, go ahead, Jay. Tell us.
Well, I just think, I mean, understand it to a point, hating your job, blah, 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 you don't want to go, this and that. But there's better ways to handle, just walking out the door and saying, screw you guys, I'm gone, I just think they could have sat down, sometime and, kind of hashed that out. No, that's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, is there really any way to hash things out with Vincent Kennedy McMahon? I mean, it's his way or the highway.
Yeah, that's how you have to be as a billionaire, as a billionaire.
Well, I'm not knocking
the evil guy that people make him out to be a lot of the time.
Well,
yeah, he
Vince,
does. He does some wacky stuff at times. I agree there totally, but I mean,
I think he does get an unfair amount of hate, but
he does it to himself at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he'll bring it on himself. I do agree with that.
But at the same time, with CM Punk, you got to think about it too. It's like it's like the Shawn Michaels losing his smile.
Yeah.
Why would you want to stay stuck in a place that sucks the life out of everything for you?
I get it.
So
I get it.
And I mean, I do agree. Yeah, he probably could have went about it a different way, but I mean, the CM Punk way was, fuck you, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Kind of like what Stone Cold did back in 2002.
Yeah. Which he regrets, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know that CM Punk will ever regret walking away from WWE.
The only reason why, and this is where I say I'm a CM Punk loyalist, but also I call him out on his shit. He'll never admit to it because of the fact of how much bad blood he has with WWE.
Yeah.
That's true, too.
That's to me, I see that as a forever hate. He will forever hate WWE, whether it's right or wrong. He will always harbor those ill feelings.
And he will never admit that he hates WWE.
Does it every chance he gets. I mean, did you not see?
Oh, I heard the promo.
AEW thing.
I heard the promo. I heard it. But
yeah, the promo said enough there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that was the thing is he said enough without saying everything. And to me, that's what I like about CM Punk.
And then that's another thing that has to stop, though, especially with AEW. You gotta stop bashing your former employer.
Why?
It just
comes like Bobby Lashley and Jinder Mahal said, leave that door open. You never know when you might go back.
Yeah.
Well, okay, look how many people's bashed WWE that's been back.
Well, I agree with that.
Look how many people's walked out of WWE and said, I will never step foot in this place again, and boom, there they are.
Yeah.
No, I agree, totally.
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, like a Mickey James. She holds on to one specific thing that they did to her. And it was fucked up what they did to her. But they corrected it. And she still wouldn't let it go.
Yeah, they fixed it.
But that's the same thing though. Is they can fix it, but you can forgive, but you don't always have to forget.
Well, no, I'm not saying they have to either.
No. You don't have to forget, but don't harp on it. I mean, I've had things happen to me in the past that
look at the fan bases though. Okay, look at the AEW fan bases. Most of your AEW Proud Boys are going to hate WWE because that's the cool trend to do.
Facts.
Yeah. And vice versa. You've got your WWE Proud Boys that'll always look at AEW regardless of what level they are, that AEW's always going to be below. Well, maybe they are in ratings or not, but it goes back to the whole to each their own,
Yeah.
But I've also seen a lot of people say, and I fully agree with it. Why hate both products? Why hate one product or the other? Why not just be happy that as a wrestling fan, you have so many options now? Exactly. I mean, look at how long. I mean, we have the indie circuits and whatnot, but look how long we've had one major wrestling promotion.
Right.
You really had no other choice on TV.
Well, Impact TNA Wrestling for a short while there.
Okay, you never really had a. you never really had. You
stick by your statement.
You couldn't say, "Oh man, I'm tired of WWE. They're really not, entertaining me. Let me flip over to AEW and see what they do." To where, if you ask me, I won't say they're on the same level playing field because they're not. They're totally different, even though they have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But AEW kind of brings a different style of sports entertainment, wrestling, whatever, that WWE does. And that's what makes it great is because, hey, okay, I'll be the first to admit, I really don't like the product that WWE's putting out. It's just not for me. I'm not saying it's a trash. I'm not saying it's trash. It's just not for me. There's obviously people, 56,000 people. There's obviously something going on that people like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just got to find what tickles your fancy.
they're still doing something right if they can draw 51,000 tonight here.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That has to speak for itself.
One other topic I wanted to talk about before we let you go, Jay.
Because I got to get to bed here soon, guys.
Yeah. Well, one final topic before we let you go, and then Dustin, you and I can do St. Valentine's Day Massacre, if you're still down for that. I know it's late, but...
Yeah, we'll probably have to schedule that one another time.
Oh, okay. We could do that. Was dirt sheets, guys like Meltzer, do you think that they had a lot of fuel to the fire of WWE versus AEW?
Oh, absolutely. That's what sells their product.
Jay?
I mean, it's really hard to say, whether they do it or not. I mean, I know Meltzer's, full bore with AEW. I think he's on their payroll most of the time, but it's really hard to say one way or the other.
It feels like he's on their payroll. It really does.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
it's all over Kenny Omega and the freaking Young Bucks all the time.
Hey, Dustin, what do you think about the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega?
I mean, Shawn Michaels and the Rockers 3.0. I mean, I guess they tickle somebody's fancy.
Yeah,
not mine.
They tickle each other's fancies. If you know what
I mean, I won't say that Kenny Omega sucks because I mean he does have talent. It's just
he has talent wrestling little girls and blow-up dolls.
He does nothing. Okay, think about this though. Okay, yeah, it might be a stupid concept, but it worked. Yeah, I mean, it worked. Did it not?
Not for me. It didn't. No.
Well, not for you, but for the next person, it might have. That goes back to the whole, to each their own type deal. Some people found that entertaining, just like some people probably wouldn't have found the Xavier Woods and the Drip Machine 2000 or whatever the hell it was called.
Honestly, I just turned that off. I ignored that.
To me, it was comical. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was stupid, but it was funny. It was a nice little break, and it kind of, it was
a nice break, but the problem with that was they did it at the 9 o'clock hour, and they still had 2 matches to go.
Well, you had to separate. I mean, you didn't want to sit there and constantly throw matches back to back to back to back. You had to have some kind of split, and you didn't really want to have dead air space or commercials.
I would have rather seen Baron Corbin in Vegas skits. Those were funny. Yeah.
Well, as I said, we might get that on SmackDown Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there again, the Baron Corbin thing, that bores me.
Oh, really? Oh, let's get into this for a second.
I think it's the best work of his career so
Facts.
far.
I do too. I think he's.
It may be, and like I said, I'm not taking anything away from him. Just to me, that's a piss break for me. Just like the Drip 3000 machine or whatever was probably a piss break for most other people.
That was a piss break for me, but so was Drew and Jinder, and so was Bliss and Eva. So
the whole Bliss thing, I don't know. I guess that had a lot of tie-in, and I had high expectations and hope for the whole Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Alexa Bliss kind of thing, and then with what's going on, who really knows? But to me now, it seems like the Bliss thing is just kind of there.
Yeah, they need to find a destination for that, because I don't think they ever had one. So they need to get a destination for that and go there.
I figured the end goal was. Had Bray not been let go, was them splitting off, and then he breaks the spell somehow.
Well, we can't get that now, can we?
Well, we don't know. I mean, look, they released Samoa Joe, and now he's fighting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably going to win, too.
Yeah, I think. And maybe he comes back. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It is late. on Saturday night. We all have things to do in the morning, so Dustin and I, we will reconvene. We will set up another date for the St. Valentine's Day Massacre review. But this has been the Seibelmania Friends Podcast. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button so you get notified when we upload new videos. I upload new videos weekly. Comment down below what you think about SummerSlam. What did you think about the matches? Comment down below what you think about finishers being used too often. I want to send a special thank you to my guests, Dustin and Jay, for joining me tonight. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. Appreciate you. Look forward to having you on again in the future. Until next time, I'm Seibelmania. That's Jay. That's Dustin. We're signing out. We'll see you later, folks.